Buongiorno a tutti, eccoci qua. Allora, io ho scelto questa, ma forse ce l'ho già. Questa è di... aspetta. No, non ce l'ho quell'arma lì, quindi punto quella. Allora, vediamo, dobbiamo fare la parte nuova. Quindi andiamo. Tanto scusate, ma sto raccogliendo anche il drop nuovo, che noi dopo facciamo una pulla sensazionale, sicuramente, che oggi la troveremo, sì.
It seems like there's another event going on at the Court of Fontaine. Look at that.
Is this really okay? I told you I could do it using the leftover funds from the original deposit. Don't tell me you're afraid that I cheaped out on the dress.
No, not at all. I have only the fullest faith in your work, Miss Chiori. I'm just in shock, that's all. It's always been my dream to wear a Chioria boutique dress for my wedding. I really...
Wait, isn't that Chiori? Oh, you've got a point there. Well, what's...
I'm a woman of my word. If I say I can do something, then it'll be done. The first rule of business is to always keep your promise. Now, remember to not fold the gown or store it under direct sunlight. I'd recommend only taking it out on the day of the wedding. From the look on your face,
I'll try my best. Once he sees me in this, his jaw is gonna drop
You're actually
is that really so shocking? It is mine. Anything you're looking for today? A custom design or...
Hey, Mama's not a kid.
Oh, that. Well, if news of the event has reached your ears, I suppose...
Are there any fun and popular activities that we can take?
Fashion Week isn't what I'd call fun. But it certainly always attracts a crowd. It's a fashion extravaganza.
Will you be showing off some of your designs?
Of course. All designers at the Court of Fontaine use the week to advertise their brand. If you're lucky, you could even land a large amount of orders as soon as the main show ends.
Una grossa quantità di ordini subito dopo la fine della serata principale.
Think
Ora
of
ci
it.
penso io, il nostro brand
It was
diventa
also
popolare
at a
proprio in una
previous
precedente
fashion...
settimana della moda.
Aren't you pretty much an
Se questo
established
concerto
name
nuovo
now?
la gente continuerebbe a
People still
comprare
buy
i
your
vestiti
clothes
anche se
even
non
if you...
facessero
Yeah,
quest'anno,
that's not
no,
quite how it
sicuramente,
works.
mentre molte persone
While
comprano
many
solo
people
per
buy
per
clothes for
come
fit
indossano
and
e per il loro
style,
stile.
the fashion industry also strongly values a label's art. Why would anyone patronize a label that hasn't even bothered to put out any new designs for the year? In the end, fashion is just a representation of the spirit of the times. People support your brand because they support the vision.
Okay, so maybe all that complicated stuff aside, you're saying we'll be able to see new Chioria designs?
Absolutely. The designs have already been finalized. I'm just waiting for the fabrics to...
Ooh, are you using materials you can't get in Fontaine?
Well, I still have a certain partiality to Inazuma fabrics. The textures are pleasant to the touch, and their familiarity gives me a sense of security.
E la mia familiarità del produttore mi dà un senso di
Oh,
sicurezza.
Paimon gets it! It's that feeling of home. We're a long way from Inazuma, though.
No need to worry. Excuse me. Coming through. Chiori, your shipment's here. I know it's quite late. Deep breaths, Kirara. Then...
Oh, so Kirara's the courier you were talking about?
Oh, hey, Traveler in Paimon. Fancy seeing you here. Wait a second. This is the second time that you've seen me flub a delivery job now, isn't it? Oh.
So, what was the holdup? Sailing delays, bad weather?
Huh? No, nothing like that. I just ran into a bit of
Bandits, then? Or treasure hoarders?
Well, I didn't run into anyone exactly.
Keeping you honest as always, I see.
Alright. I was stopped by a group of bandits. They were a little different from the ones I usually run into. I could hear them mumbling about Comuni Express. It was obvious they were looking for someone with two tails.
So it was a targeted hit?
I got the sense that they were actually targeting Chiori's goods.
My fabric shipment?
Yeah, they said that I could go as long as I left the goods with them. Otherwise, they'd stuff me into my delivery box and toss me into the sea to drown. Oh, are you? I'm good. I'm still a yokai after all. I turned them over to the guards. It just took me a while.
Well, it's not completely out of the ordinary for one of your deliveries to get intercepted. But it still doesn't make sense how you knew it was my goods they were after. Is there something else that you're keeping? Perhaps I need to reconsider how many stars to give you in my review.
You always know how to get me cheap, so I kind of wanted to know why anyone would order a hit on me. One of the bandits had a loose tongue, which saved me some time. He said that a certain person had commissioned them to And who might this person be? Chiori, why don't we just let this one go? I mean, I didn't really get injured, and
I appreciate your kindness, Kirara, but if I don't teach this person a lesson, I doubt anyone that dares to mess with one of my friends deserves a stern talking to and then some.
Alright. The guy said that the commissioner was someone by
Uter. No, that name rings a bell.
Well, that's exactly why I did.
So you both know this Uter guy?
Through Chiori's complaints about him, sure. He's a fellow fashion designer who...
So he's like
A rival is what you call someone who fights you fair. Uter, however, just has it out for me as a designer. He's publicly disparaged my design choices, my use of materials. He's practically tried every trick in the book. I've already warned him before to compete with me fair and square. But I guess he prefers playing dirty. Well, I'm more than happy.
Wait, Chiori, where are you going?
To teach someone a lesson. You must be tired after your long journey.
Chiori!
And she's gone.
Oh, no.
You seem concerned. Should we be worried about you?
Well, she's always been the type of person to face things head-on, but with her fiery temper, I'm just worried whatever she's about to do will feel negative for the Traveler. Paimon, could you go after her and check out the situation for me? As a formal employee of Comuni Express.
Yeah, we'll take good care of her.
To be honest, I'm more worried about that Uter guy's safety.
Let's move out. Let's move out.
Any chance you're on the clock, officer? Nothing good ever comes out of you. Oh, and I see the Traveler in Parte.
Surprise! We meet again.
Well, things have been fine on my end. We were able to bring in a large number of recruits, thanks. I suppose the trade-off is that I'm now constantly getting stopped for autographs while out on patrol. Not ideal, if you ask me.
Wow, you were one of the leading...
So, indeed it did. I only ever hear that phrase from you. Usually I'm the one asking, well, are not before I know what you're planning. Have I ever made a bad call? The better question is, have you ever made one that didn't violate Okay. A man hired a group of bandits. Are you sure this is something you should be telling the captain of the special patrol? It's getting hard to tell whether you're here to report a case or turn yourself in for one. Neither.
I'm requesting personal supervision from said captain, so I don't do anything too out of...
Are you planning to?
Not if I can help it.
Non se posso farne a meno.
All right.
D'accordo, dov'è questa
Follow
persona? Seguimi.
me.
Just promise you'll start trying to keep yourself out of trouble.
Well, when trouble stops coming my way, I'll be sure to get on
Perché
that.
queste missioni qui sono missioni che non capirei a che fine ha fatto la nostra gemellina.
This should be the place.
Dovremmo esserci per ospitati.
You
qui,
are-
io vado a parlare.
Chevrolet, Paimon gets the sense that you two are actually pretty close.
Come la sensazione che in verità siete
It's
molto
just
amici.
as Chiori
Come ha
said.
detto Chiori,
We got to know each other pretty well in our lines of work. You could call it a, you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours.
Does Chiori often need your help?
I'd say it's mutual. The special patrol needs her help quite often as well. With the uniform, the musket, they're intimidating. Most people clam up the minute they see us. Lips sealed so tight, getting them to talk almost feels like trying to break into the fortress of Meripede. But put them in a clothing boutique, and they suddenly start gushing faster than the waters of the Fountain of Lucine.
Oh,
is it because they're trying to show off or something?
Yep. People are vain creatures. They can't help but want to talk up new developments in their lives or show off how much they know about other people. And nothing brings out as a result. Chiori often picks up on all kinds of information in her shop. Most of her customers are members of the upper class, which means they're pretty much...
You scratch my back and...
Exactly. I'm also here to ensure Chiori's safety. Those who make trouble for her, and in some very rare cases, I'm forced to protect other people. So, who got on her case this time?
Oh, so this is...
Huh?
You've heard of him?
Yep. He's made trouble for Chiori several times already. He's fond of pretty much every dirty trick in the book, so he's back at it, huh?
Whoa, what's this about a...
I just meant that Iter's done for. Now bring it in, you two.
Sure.
Because this is probably going to turn into one of those very rare cases.
Uther.
What are you doing? Stay away from me!
Che stai facendo?
Has anyone ever taught
Non ti hanno mai
you the
insegnato
definition?
stupidità?
Stupidity is doing the same. It appears you've forgotten what I told you before. So, allow me to... Oh, and if you dare lay your hands on my friend again, you can expect...
Officer, an assault's in progress!
Of course. I'll do my utmost to investigate the situation. Unfortunately, I was chatting with this traveler and seemed to have missed what happened. Not to worry, though. If you'd allow me to search the scene, I'm sure I'll be able to collect some useful evidence. You don't mind, do you? There's nothing in there that would implicate you in any illegal activity, I would hope. Ms. Chiori, I must also ask you to refrain from engaging in such disorderly conduct in the future.
Apologies, officer. I guess you could say I'm just used to talk...
Is there anything else either of you have to say?
That's all from me. I sincerely hope that...
We'll see about that.
Whoa,
Wow, quello che ti ha fatto venire in FIFA 2, Paimon, com'è che se andiamo in quel modo?
You're too kind.
Now's not the time to be accepting compliments. What happened to not doing any...
Not if I could help it, is what I said. I started with a verbal warning, but he displayed neither shame nor remorse. If anything, he kept running his mouth with
Insults and threats so bad that he deserved to be tossed out like a sack of trash?
Believe it or not, they were that bad. He deserved to get knocked down a peg.
It's the only...
You could have reported him to the guard.
Oh, I will. But it'll take some time for them to gather evidence. I don't want anything else to happen during Fontaine Fashion Week. On top of that, if Kirara is going to continue delivering goods for me, oh, that reminds me.
What a shame. I believe you've already used up your favor.
Have I? Well, it's a good thing I was planning.
Don't you think you're maxed out on advances?
I always pay you back in information, don't I? It's just like you said. You scratch my back?
Questo gioco sta iniziando un po' a stufarmi, perché diventa un po' troppo monotono, un po' troppo ripetitivo.
We're back.
No, vediamo, ecco qua.
You were gone for an awfully long time.
There's nothing to worry about. All you need to know is that you'll never have to worry about someone in Fontaine.
Sorry, Chiori.
I
didn't mean to cause you...
What are you talking about? You didn't do anything wrong. Those greedy bandits are to blame. Along with a certain someone, the next time you need to leave the city, call the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. They'll escort you half of the way, and the Spina di Rusula can take the second. With that sort of escort, the next time you make a delivery, those treasure hoarders won't go anywhere near your goods. Unless, of course, it's to offer to carry them for you. I'm being serious. You know me. If I bring something up, you can assume it's already a done deal.
Wait, you don't...
I've already spoken to the captain of the Special Patrol. As discussed, the patrol's going to take a small detour during their daily training tomorrow. As for Nadia,
there's really no need. I'm just a simple courier. I don't need to be surrounded by a bunch of armed guards. Or those with...
Well, you certainly shouldn't count on such a procession for every trip you make to Fontaine. It's just a one-off thing. For it'll also show those guys what'll happen to those who dare to mess with my friends.
Well, if you think it's a good idea,
Well, with the bad guys out of the way and your goods safely delivered, everything should be good to go for Fontaine Fest.
I believe so. I'll try to churn out a few more outfits over the next few days. I've heard a lot of suppliers will be...
Someone's gonna take a guess and say suppliers...
But of course, they supply us designers with funding, equipment, factory access. You have to work with them if you want to become a truly... That's also why this year's Fashion Week is so important to me.
But isn't your brand already really famous, Chiori? Your clothes are so pretty and so nice to wear. I can't help but brag about them to my...
Even so, I would imagine there are still people who've never heard of the Chiori brand. Yes?
Well... I mean, with the amount of places that I deliver to, it's only...
Then it's still not famous enough. My goal is to make the Chiori brand renowned.
All of it? Your business would have to get pretty huge.
Wait, would that mean I could just go to any Chiori branch on the continent to get my clothes fixed? It has been pretty inconvenient having to come to Fontaine every time I need to get them patched up.
Alternatively, of course, you could just be a bit more careful with them. They're already about as durable as I can make them.
Okay, I'll admit, they do get snagged on branches pretty often. But I can't help it. It's hard to be careful about that sort of...
Well, if that's your dream, Chiori, then we should do our best to make it a reality. Is there anything we can do to help out with... Ooh, what is it?
Why don't you come to my shop tomorrow and model for me? Simply put, you'll serve as my living mannequins.
Oh, so we get to try on some of your clothes? Got it!
Seeing them off the rack will also give you the chance to make some small adjustments to the stitching and the silhouette of the designs.
Sounds easy enough.
No need. We won't do it if you like them, though. Feel free to visit the boutique and see if anything catches your eye.
Ooh, sounds great! I'm always just starting to get curious.
Then we have a deal. You'll model some formal wear, traveler, and, I don't know, Raimon here will show off some...
Yep, sounds good. Wait.
Se Paimon va bene, è un momento collezione bambino, Paimon te l'ha detto, però non è una bambina. Allora, 6 di 10. Chiaro, siamo qui.
You're here early.
Non è nemmeno ancora aperto il negozio.
Wait, has Kirara left already?
Yep, with the special patrol. Right.
Did everything go all right on the road?
I believe so. The way they marched forward with Kirara in the center, you'd think she was some sort of VIP. For the second leg, the Spina also came with a pretty large group, led by Navia herself. They took care to clear the path beforehand as well. Kirara won't so much as step. I even heard that Navia decided out of the blue to make a batch of macarons as a going-away gift for Kirara. An excellent souvenir to remember Fontaine by, I'd say.
Sounds like Navia really got it.
My thoughts exactly. She even lamented the fact that she didn't have time to prepare something even fancier.
Now that you mention Navia, Paimon thinks the two of you are actually pretty similar. You say what you mean, and when you...
I suppose that's why we're such good friends. Navia has a certain resilience about her. It's part of who she is. No matter what comes her way, she never bows down in the face of adversity. That same spirit is the true vision of my brand. When she first mentioned commissioning an outfit for my boutique, well...
It's like finding the perfect brand ambassador, huh?
Indeed. Customers pay attention not just to the clothes, but also to the figures in society who wear said clothes.
Huh. And here Paimon thought all that mattered was for the clothes to look...
Fashion is about more than just looks, my dear. Especially if you've got your sights set on a market the size of... Well...
Yeah. Come on, let's get down to business. We're here.
Indeed. Give me a moment while I go retrieve some fabrics and sample outfits. Why don't you...
set them up.
Just carefully organize the ready-to-wear clothes with an eye toward their types and styles. This way, we can guarantee that the customers will see some...
Whoa, there sure is a lot that goes into running a store.
Well then, I'll leave the displays to you.
So, we just need to put all the clothes with similar styles together, right?
Not bad. You might just have an eye for design. Anyway, over here, stand still. I'll take your measurements first.
Excuse me, Miss Chiori.
Oh, good morning, Leanne.
How
have you been? Your gown will be ready next week, so there's no need to worry about missing the ball. Or did you come here today because you'd like to make an...
Oh, no. Nothing like that, Miss Chiori. But you can keep the deposit, of course. I know you can't return any materials you've already used.
Don't worry about the materials. I'm more concerned about you. Did some... It's all right. I'm not trying to make things difficult for you. I'll take note of the cap.
Thank you.
Don't worry about it. Just let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
Is it just Paimon, or was she acting a bit strange just now? Wonder why she wouldn't tell us why she was canceling.
It's not a big deal. These things happen every once in a while. A family emergency, an important payday falling through, a lover's quarrel. No one to take you to the ball. Judging from the look on her face, something's keeping her from revealing the truth to us. It's...
Well, guess this means you'll have more time to work on Fashion Week, right?
That's true. Come.
Is Miss Chiori in?
I am. How can I help you?
I'd like to return this item.
Oh. Could I ask...
It's just, not to my liking. You said I could get a refund if I wasn't satisfied, so...
Is there something about it that didn't meet your expectations? Are the sleeves too short? Or is the color...
No need. You don't have to concern yourself with that.
And I'd be happy to process that for you. If you could...
Chiori here. I'd like to return my outfit.
Another one?
Is there some sort of new calamity coming that I haven't heard about? Another flood? Or an apocalypse, maybe? What does the prophecy say? Surely the entire population of Fontaine didn't convene and pick this one day to come and return my clothes. What?
What kind of rags are you trying to sell us, huh? The way I see it, this shop is nothing more than a black market front run. Please calm down, sir.
Haven't you heard? Chiori Boutique has been exposed for having close ties with criminals.
And just who
is it that dares to throw that at...
Well, you tell us. The fabrics you've got here, they're all...
I've been transparent about my materials from the very beginning. I've already proved there's nothing, a little hearsay and baseless slander enough to convince you. Then by all means, go ahead and hand over your garments right now. Spare yourself from that flood of yours. Or you... Elof!
Miss Chiori?
Go outside and help these customers with their return requests. There's no need to ask them why. We'll refund them at the purchase. And once you're done, put up the sign that says we're closed for the day.
Got it.
Chiori.
They couldn't be more fabricated if you tried. No need to worry about them. I'm sure they'll go away on their own in a few days. The real goal here is to divert my attention away from Fashion Week. The best response right now is to tune it out and focus on finalizing my design.
If you say so, but I'm on...
The best way to respond to public skepticism is to let your work speak for itself. There will be no doubt about the quality of my work once my new designs are released. The public just has to see it for them.
Miss Chiori, bad news!
Oh, for the love of...
Can a woman not get a moment of...
It's our accessories supplier. They just sent word that they'll no longer be able to supply us during fashion...
No accessories? Not even the ones we...
Yes, that's what their messengers...
And what about the models we have fun to book for us?
I think they'll probably pull out...
Even the suppliers believe those nasty rumors?
Is the messenger still here?
No, they've already...
So, no accessories means no brooches, no bow ties.
Not just that. It means no gems, ribbons, gold thread, all the elements that lend life and soul.
But if you take those away, does that mean you won't be able to make...
Elof, you stay and watch the shop. I'll go talk to...
Yeah, and we can vouch for you too. We'll make sure your supplier knows there's nothing wrong with your...
Thank you. In that case...
Eloy fu un puzzo.
I know, Miss Chiori. I hope you can talk...
Let's move out. Let's move out. Let's move out. By the way, we really are just going to talk, right?
Of course. I wouldn't do anything to one of my...
Who is it?
Venger, it's Chiori. We've worked together all these years. The least you could do is allow me a face-to-face...
Diretta al punto, come
Straightforward as always, I see. You know, there are certain...
And when has following convention ever gotten me anywhere? Why hire a messenger when I can just explain things in person?
Perché dovrei ingaggiare un messaggero quando posso spiegare le cose di persona?
I don't like to waste my time on baseless lies and speculation. Maybe that's something you...
You're right. I only subscribe to the Steam, and most dates...
So, these rumors...
No, not at all. They were in some second-rate...
Well then, there you go. Those sort of headlines become old news faster than you can read them. Surely a bit of tabloid drama isn't worth cutting off my supply.
You would think that. But then someone paid off the tabloids to publish the same article at once. They even went so far as to leave a copy in front of every house. That's how I first learned of
Every house? That means someone
It seems your rival really pulled out all the stops this time, Chiori. The article was even published alongside a photo.
What sort?
A photo of you beating up...
Yesterday?
Here, I've got a copy. See for yourselves.
Behind the scenes, the true Chiori boutique takes shape. Relying on its close ties to the criminal underworld, the Chiori brand employs illegal competitive tactics to come out on top, giving hope to the evildoers among us that wrongdoing can still prevail, provided you conceal it under the...
I don't know what happened, and I don't want to comment on things that I didn't see with my own eyes. Still...
Yeah, he was the one who...
I appreciate you standing up for me, Paimon, but it can't be helped.
That's right. The court of public opinion has already made up its mind. Still, I've got to give your rival high marks for effort. They even dug up the fact that my...
But that was so long ago.
In the world of fashion, your past is like a piece of clothing stained with mud. Once they claim that most of your clientele are criminals and that those who buy your clothes are just like you. People who silence all
the absurdity. I don't even know which part to laugh at the most.
Well, maybe your clientele are criminals. Maybe they're not. There's even the possibility that they're just people who happen to commit, but with the way this article combines fact with rumor, trying to determine the truth is practically an exercise of futility. It's not something people are just going to forget about.
Venger, are you sure you won't reconsider? If we go through with the show together, we...
But I'm no longer a brave young man with nothing to lose. I've got the fact I'd be perfectly happy to work with you again after this. But my daughter is manning the store during Fashion Week, and I don't want her implicated in all this. She doesn't deserve to be swarmed by all that negative Let me offer you a piece of advice, Chiori, for old time's sake. Let this Fashion Week go.
You're free to wait things out, Venger. I'll make my own.
Have you ever thought maybe that attitude of yours is what's gotten you into all this trouble?
Have you ever thought maybe this attitude of mine is precisely what paved the way for my success?
Fair enough. Then, I suppose all there's left to say is, best of luck. As for the models...
Understood.
So, what should we do?
Without the accessories, I can...
How could they do this? They're making things up. The boutique doesn't have anything to do with violent criminals. Can't people tell this is just a bunch...
Public opinion has never been about what's true and what's not. It's about echoing the loudest voice. I should have seen it from the beginning.
Who did...
Well, guess all we can do is just head back for now.
Traveler! Paimon!
Charlotte, what are you doing here?
Looking for you, of course. Did you see those fashion tabloids this morning?
You mean that sorry excuse for an article? Oh, just thinking of
you two, huh? Whoever wrote that article must have known the Steambird would never print something so defamatory. Unfortunately, not all papers in Fontaine share our same. Miss Chiori doesn't deserve to suffer all this baseless slander. I was just about to find some people to interview so that I can write an article to refute all those claims. If there's one thing I can't stand...
That's great! With your help, we might be able to get some people back on our side!
It's my pleasure. I've met Miss Chiori several times. I know she's not the kind of person that article... She was the one who made the hat and tie for my camera, Monsieur Verite. Speaking of Miss Chiori, do you know where she went? Olaf told me you were all together.
She was just here.
Forse è andato di là, andiamo a vedere. Andiamo. Di là dove?
If you ask me, I think Chiori Boutique is done for.
I mean, what did they expect? Engaging with criminals behind their customers' backs.
They kept up a solid front, though. I've even bought from them before. Really? How was it?
The owner was plenty fierce.
L'abbiamo persa.
Did you hear what all those people were saying?
Miss Chiori doesn't often appear in public or give a lot of interviews, so the general public hasn't had a chance to really get to know. It's also true that her way of dealing with things can be a little extreme sometimes. It's easy to use that to mislead people who...
This is all Akira's fault! Paimon would pick him up and throw him... Wait a second. You don't think Chiori might have gone looking for him, do you? You know, so
that would only make the situation worse for her. I'm sure Miss Chiori...
You've got a point. Let's just return to the boutique and see if she's there then. Elaf, we're back! Oh, who's this?
This is Miss Letitia. She's also here to see Miss...
Oh, you're the one who came to collect the wedding dress yesterday, right? Wait, please don't...
Oh, no, not at all. I'm just here to thank her. In fact, if there's anything I can...
Ah, so you've come across that article as...
Yeah, you probably don't know this, but after I got engaged, I didn't think I'd be able to... My fiancé owns a small business. It doesn't bring in a lot of mora, but we get by. After he proposed, he took me. He probably noticed how often I talked about Miss Chiori's clothes and how pretty they were. Being able to wear one of her dresses, and then something happened to the business, and we ran into major mora problems. We were able to scrounge up enough to pay off our debts, but it looked like...
Didn't Chiori say she was able to make the dress from what was left of the original?
Yes. When I came to cancel the order, she asked if she heard me out, and then told me not to worry. She assured me that the deposit I paid would be enough for the dress, and that she'd be able to finish making it in time.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? I've always known Miss Chiori to be a woman of her...
It is good. It's just, after I went home yesterday, I couldn't help but take out the dress and try it on. My fiancé...
Ah, what a shame. He's not supposed to see it until the wedding.
Well, see, that he's seen a lot of wedding dresses in his time doing business. So as soon as he saw it, he knew for sure.
Huh? So wait.
Yeah. Miss Chiori covered all the costs and held nothing back. The fabric, accessories, beading,
Miss Letitia, I'd really like to use your story for a piece I'm writing about the boutique. Would you,
Well, if it would help Miss...
I think it'd go a long way. Your real experience is more powerful than all those lies.
Hey, Olaf! Has Chiori come back?
Huh?
Well, we were. If she didn't come back here, then...
Oh, I remember now. There's this one cliff by the sea. Miss Chiori would... In that case, why don't we split up? I'll continue interviewing Miss Letitia, and you two...
All right, sounds good.
Benissimo, andiamo. Una scogliera. Aspetta. Come penso sia fuori?
How did you know where I...
She did. We were just looking for you at the shop and Letitia was there. She wanted to thank you for the dress. So,
I'm not upset. Want to sit here with me? The view's quite stunning. Don't worry. I'll get...
All right, don't mind if we...
No, non farmi, no.
Well, how does it feel?
This place is pretty great.
Right?
It's quiet and open, and far from the relentless critique from fashion commentators and the media.
Yeah, it's important to take yourself out of that kind of stressful environment every once in a while.
I didn't grow up in a very strict family. My parents would joke that I grew up to be so... I would get together with the other children to climb trees and explore caves. One time, I even climbed over the walls of the Kamisato estate. One of the servants.
Whoa, Grandma would have never imagined that.
But even as rambunctious as I was, when it came to needlework, I was as quiet and focused as could. It was as if I discovered a whole new world within those vibrant, dazzling fabrics. You know the feeling? My parents noticed, and they sent me to study under a famous Inazuman tailor. It wasn't long before I had driven away pretty much every master tailor on the archipelago.
You were that misbehaved?
I wasn't misbehaved, exactly. I just often had strange ideas when it came to fashion. On top of that, I hated the idea of groveling and making outfits for every arrogant big shot Anyway, a few incidents later, I soon found myself without a master. Worse, not one shop.
No wonder you left Inazuma.
I was angry and frustrated. So, before I left, I swore to all those masters that my brand would...
Well, that's a great dream to...
After that, I came all the way to the court of Fontaine, a city often referred to as the cap. I had a lot of fun starting out. Sure, I was living in a small cramped room, but I had a far more naive view of fashion back then. As long as something was pretty, it would become popular. Of course, as I spent more and more time in the industry, I learned... Oh, yeah. She did mention that dream. I'll be honest with you. Who would have thought? Even as I continue to pursue my dream, my work has also become someone else's. All right. That's enough sightseeing for one day. Time to come up with a way out of this.
Ooh, looks like you've
back. It was never gone to begin with.
Paimon thinks we should look for evidence that Uter wrote that article, and that he hired those treasure hoarders to attack. Charlotte's already working on an article to address all those nasty rumors, so we can publish all our findings in the secret.
Like duking it out in the press. But if Charlotte's thrown her hat in the ring, I know where Uter's clothing factory is located. It might be a good place to start looking for...
Sounds good! As for Fashion Week, well, there's always...
When did this become an either-or situation? Find incriminating evidence or participate in fashion?
But your accessories! Didn't you say your designs were on...
Well, it's true that I haven't quite figured out what to do about that. To tell you the truth, even here in Fontaine, every time I see the sea, I can't help but remember, thinking about all that, I just...
What did you
see? Come, let's...
Chiori?
Chiori, aspetta. Dobbiamo andare.
Why did you just jump into the sea all of a sudden?
Paimon, what do you think is the most beautiful thing in the sea?
Lumitwal? Or a pearl, maybe? Oh, coral's pretty too. Oh, Paimon gets it now! You want to use things like that as the accessories for your designs!
Well, now that you hit the nail on the head, help me grab some, would you?
Leave it to us. These should be enough, right?
Sono sufficienti
I'm
per me la
all the prettiest Chiori will these do.
Chiari che dici vanno bene? Ti direi che di sì. Anch'io ho fatto una bella
Everything
storia,
looks
credo
great.
dovremmo averne abbastanza.
So are we gonna head back now and make some...
Yes, but don't forget,
Sì, ma ricorda che non ci sono
we've got
solo
more than just the
modelli a cui
design.
dobbiamo pensare. Torniamo al negozio di chiori.
Okay, we've got the materials for the accessories. Next, we'll need to use what we have on hand to create some new outfits.
Bene, abbiamo materiale per realizzare gli accessori. Il prossimo passo è usare quello che abbiamo a disposizione per creare dei nuovi completi.
You mean we have to start from scratch? Will there be enough time?
I should be able to make it.
Oh no, skipping around sleep is not the answer. Wait, how come this conversation is giving Paimon me?
Gone you?
A friend of ours who does wait. Well, anyway, sleep is important. You're not gonna convince Paimon otherwise.
Well, I can't argue with you there. One thing's for sure, though. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make it work. All this grit and determination. It reminds me of the first fashion week I ever participated in.
Tutta questa grinta e determinazione mi ricorda la mia prima settimana della moda.
What else can we help with?
Cos'altro possiamo fare per aiutarti?
Let me see. I suppose all there's left to do is tear up all the outfits currently on display.
You got it!
You heard me. Tear them all up. When I went to that first fashion week, I had no savings to speak of. Just a few dozen yards of fabric. I had to make something work, so I tore up all the clothes that I brought with me from Inazuma, and I used the scraps to make my entries for the show. I used the larger pieces for the base fabric, and the smaller pieces for accessories.
Usai i tagli per creare i miei vestiti di debutto per la sfilata, pezzi grandi di operai come base, mentre con i suoi piccoli
If it worked back then, why not now? We can also repurpose some of the ready-to-use accessories in the shop as well.
But you worked so hard on all these outfits!
I know. That's why I refuse to let it all go to waste. I'm not going to let them win, even if it takes everything I've ever made and more.
Okay, then... Here goes nothing.
Ok, in questo caso la via o la spacco.
No need to be nervous. I won't hold it against you. Of course. If anyone dared to tear up one of my dresses in front of me on a normal day, I'd probably toss them into the sewer. Just this once, though. I think I can make an exception. Go ahead and tear them up. Think of it as a good way to vent your emotions. Good job. That should do it.
Shiori, are you alright? Sorry for taking so long. I got caught up and... Whoa, who did this? Those monsters. Slandering you in the papers wasn't enough for them. What? Give me their names. Since they're all too eager to tear up other people's clothes, I think it's about time.
Maybe you should calm down a bit first, cause you see...
What is this, a soap opera? I was the one who asked the traveler to tear up the outfits.
Oh, so that's what happened. I guess I got a bit ahead of myself just now.
Navia sure is scary when she's angry.
If there's one thing I can't stand, it's a false accusation. No one's gonna orchestrate some good...
You and Chiori are really cool.
Of course. Everyone knows that Chiori makes the most gorgeous outfits in town. All of the Spina di Rosula's formal wear is...
Now, if only you'd give me the contract for your uniform.
As if you'd enjoy designing something as boring and formulaic as a uniform. That's why I didn't ask Plus. With how much your intel has helped us out in the past, to the Spina, you're more of an intelligence agency than a fashion boutique.
If I had it my way, it would be the other way around.
Anyway, we both know why I'm here. Tell me.
If it's not too much trouble, can I borrow some skilled hands to help with some simple sewing work? I'll need all the help I can get if I'm going to finish these outfits over the next few days.
Oh, no problem. I've got a few of those guys all ready to go. I just knew you wouldn't be intimidated. And when are you going to get started?
Actually, there's something to ask away. I'm all... Oh, and Traveler and Paimon, could you help me pass word to Linny and Lynette? I'll need their...
I'm done with my interview. Has Miss Chiori made it back yet?
Who did this? Give me names. I'll make sure every last one lands a full feature on the front page of the Steam... Not this again.
No, di nuovo. di caccia di linee e linette.
A moment later and you'd have missed us.
We read the article in the papers. We were just about to go find Miss Chiori. She helped design a number of our costumes in the past and even sponsored one of our performances. The time has come.
Oh, perfect! She was the one who sent us!
In that case, I assume that there's something we can do to help.
Okay, so it's like this.
Is that all we'll need to do?
Should be a piece of cake for the two of them.
I'm glad to hear it! Well then, guess it's about time we go and find some evidence. Chiori said we shouldn't disturb her over the next couple of days. We can check in with her again once she's done with all the new designs.
But the show's in another 2 days, isn't it?
Well, according to her, she wants to first beat Luther fair and square at the show, and then defeat him in the court of public opinion.
A two-pronged approach?
Courtesy first, confrontation second.
Understood. Then we'll have faith in her decision. We'll go make some preparations.
Okay, then let's also do as Chiori said and meet up with her at Luther's factory in 2 days. We'll gather the evidence then. Oh, Paimon sure hopes she won't have a hard time making all those new outfits. I'll take a guess.
E noi aspettiamo 2 giorni. Comunque anche questa missione poi alla fine
No way! I'm not guessing! Take a guess.
Respect must be given to the will of every creature. Each fish in the ocean swims in its own direction.
Arriva.
I'll take a guess. No way! I'm not guessing.
Let's move out.
Scusa.
Let's move out.
Just then.
Do we have anyone doing maintenance on this, statue?
Let's move out.
you're here.
Chiori! How are the new outfits coming along? You look kinda tired.
Just a few steps left now. I've handed the rest over to Love.
Wow, that's cutting it real close. Are you sure she'll be okay without you?
Don't worry. I have no intention of giving ground on either front. With the fashion show scheduled for tonight, Uter has closed his factory.
Okay, Paimon totally gets that this is all his fault and he totally deserves it, but wouldn't we technically be...
His factory is usually open to the public. It may not be open for business right now, but that doesn't mean visitors can't stop. We're just curious customers after all. Anyway, Uter's factory is right over there. Let's hurry up and get...
why would he open a factory over there?
We have different marketing strategies. While I specialize in high-end custom garments, he prefers low prices and large sales volume.
Alright. It's really creepy.
You make a good point. Let's all be on our...
Da lei di terra, non me ne metto un'altra persona su di terra.
We're in. There really is nobody here.
Non c'è davvero nessuno.
Welcome, dear visitors.
Oh, Paimon nearly fell out of the air. What is that thing?
A mechanical guide. They usually use a recorded tape to give you a tour of the factory.
Please, follow me, dear guests. First stop on our tour is a look at the gradual evolution of our clothing brand. After that, we welcome you to peruse our most popular styles.
Huh. Uter seems to be doing pretty well for himself, doesn't he? Why would he feel the need to bother you when he could just focus on improving his own brand?
This is the studio where our...
La fattoria arriverà in città in mattinata, passando per... Spese di pubblicità, 100.000 lavori, spese di assunzione 200, spese per materiali. Alcuni esempi di vecchi modelli di Uter, niente di speciale.
These are the fitting rooms. Please use them at your leisure.
Huh? There seems to be something in this fitting room. Why did the door just close?
Hold on tight, Paimon.
Why is it...
It seems to have stopped.
Where did this thing take us?
It seems like we're someplace deeper inside the factory.
Look out! There are guards here! Hold the line! Let's move out.
Illusion shattered!
Allow me! Let's move out. This place is filthy! Are the clothes from Uther's shop seriously made here?
Look over there.
Ugh! That water looks super nasty!
Sporchissima, prima, si infiltrare da qui.
And I was the one using unsafe materials.
So he was actually the one who opened an underground...
No wonder his clothes always felt weird to the touch. He's been using all manner of tricks here in a bid to cut...
Should the clothes made here even be...
Never mind issues with shrinking and fading. These materials can give you skin problems if you wear them too often.
That's terrifying!
Scattiamo subito qualche foto come prova.
This way he won't be able to try and deny anything in court. Alright, let's keep going.
Brutale mentale che Chiori può permettere di compiere uno scatto a gran velocità. Tieni premuto per mirare e regolare la direzione dello scatto. Dopo aver deciso direzione di rilascio per scatenare l'abilità mentale, scattata verso posizione di...
Doesn't look like there's a path here.
Follow me. Let's go up.
sigaretta in mano. Per tornare.
This place seems like some kind of warehouse. What's going on? Our way in's been blocked.
Seems like he knew we'd be coming.
You did say he knew you really well, didn't you?
Yes. And that's because...
You're practically at each other's throats! Now you're telling us you used to work together?
When I first came to Fontaine, we were both fledgling designers who longed to gain a foothold in the world of fashion. We shared the same goal, so we decided to work in the beginning. We both wanted to make clothes that would stand out from the crowd and shatter tradition. The kind of clothes that would turn heads and leave Bud with every criticism we received, and every sponsor that rejected us. Finally, right before Fashion Week, he came to the conclusion that we wouldn't be able to make the design. For my part, I gambled it all and devoted everything I had to that 1 week. I came out the other side with something that really made me proud. I was nervous to present it, of course, but I knew...
You received the acclaim of all Fontaine while Uter gave up on his dream.
I don't know the exact details of what happened after that. All I know is, after I opened Cheap...
He's just jealous of what you've accomplished. A guy like that doesn't deserve your sympathy.
Well, let's focus on getting out of here first. Missing the show is as good as letting him win.
There are some control panels over there. Let's see if any of those buttons do anything. Oh, that doesn't seem to have done anything. Maybe try the next one? That didn't do anything either.
Warning, warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode.
Hold the line.
Warning, warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode.
I am the cutting edge of fashion.
Warning, warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode.
Look over there. Seems like there's a way out. Maybe we can use these mechanisms to get higher.
Warning, warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode. Warning, warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode. Warning, warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode.
Follow the wind.
finally made it out. Why does it feel like the movement patterns of those necks have changed?
Warning, warning. Unauthorized intruders. Initiating shutdown procedure. Warning, warning. Unauthorized intruders. Initiating shutdown procedure. Warning, warning. Unauthorized intruders. Initiating shutdown procedure.
We're finally out of that stinky place. Let's take this evidence and get out of here. Finally, the entrance.
Finalmente
At
questo è
last.
l'ingresso.
Oh, those chambers couldn't hold you, I see.
We've collected a bunch of evidence on all the nasty stuff happening at your factory.
The evidence on your person, you mean? What makes you think I...
More mechanical guards? Really? Ever thought about using...
Oh, but this is...
What? Destroying Chioria Boutique?
Or proving that fashion is merely a laughable farce.
You know what your problem is, Uter? You've become so obsessed with the concept of fashion itself that you let it paralyze you.
Spare me the lecture, why don't you? Sooner or later, you'll cater to all the voices too, you know. After all, what is
fashion? Is about aspiring towards a certain ideal. But it's up to you to decide. My brand caters to no one but myself and my vision. That's my...
Well, once the people witness their former darling's spectacular fall, they'll...
That's what you've been trying to prove all this time? Your jaded understanding of the industry is the reason you've had it out for my brand for so... You weren't like this before, Uter. What happened to the man who wanted to make something that would bring...
He realized long ago how utterly naive and ridiculous that dream...
You gave up on your dream. But that wasn't enough, was it? You had to find a way to prove to you think you understand. But you're just a bitter man who let his regrets dictate his choices. You regret giving up on your dream. So you stopped at nothing to prove to yourself that it wasn't the wrong choice. This whole thing, Uter. It's pathetic.
Pathetic. Why don't you take a look in the mirror? You're a fool daydreaming about taking all of Tibet by storm. Well, good luck doing that when even Fontaine doesn't have a place for you anymore.
You're right. Maybe all those who pursue their dream, but more pitiful still are cowards who are too afraid to even attempt.
You...
Yeah, just leave his...
No. You go. It'll be fine. Just go to the venue. I'll deal with him.
Catch up with us soon!
Trying to leave, are we?
Potrebbe essere presto. Sì.
I've held back all this time because of our past partnership with Terra.
Beve tutto quello che trova, soprattutto quello che fa bene.
But all that changed after.
Still,
no matter what you've been through. If I may borrow the words of a friend, allow me to show you.
No, ma quello non si beve
fresco. The Chioria brand represents more than a person or a trademark. It's a way of life.
Greetings, friends at Fontaine Fashion Week. Please feast your eyes on the extravaganza that Chioria Boutique has prepared for you today.
Non ho capito. Può essere.
Brilliant, dazzling, and wholly unique. And most importantly,
an enduring, never-say-die spirit. That's the true meaning of the Chioria brand. And now, let's welcome the thundering seamstress, Miss Chiori herself.
Did
Chiori not...
Si capisce niente.
Lights, cameras, over here, please.
Let the show begin.
Si sente limpido.
The world may change, fashion along with it, but Chioria will remain the same. No challenge is too great. Chioria caters to no one, not even the times. Rather, Chioria will always lead the fashion of our time. Finally, let's not forget. Only those who do not give up on their dreams are worthy of this brand.
Vabbè, c'è un anno di garanzia, dura 2 anni.
Well then, I suppose all that's left to say is, Happy Fashion Week, fellow dreamers.
How about this?
A little more to the left.
Like this?
Perfect.
Phew. Oh, that looks great!
Of course.
I didn't know you'd make a brand new signboard.
I made it before Fashion Week. I figured it'd be best to put it up.
Well, how can you become renowned through all of Tevat without a...
Now that you mention it, perhaps our magic troupe... Our signatures pair would need an alias.
Ci metto lo zucchero nel piscio nel tè giallo.
Does that mean your signboard is going to...
Ooh, that sounds super spammed and cramped. Miss Chiori, I'm done taking pictures. You can expect the article in tomorrow's Steam.
Thank you, Charlotte.
It's my pleasure. Bringing the truth to light is a journalist...
Going forward, feel free to custom order any accessories you need from... Of course. The same goes for you, too.
What about some...
Thank you, Chiori.
Well, I don't really need anything. I don't need anything either. So long as you... Actually, that reminds... about that. The Spina di Rosula has prepared a special vehicle for you, so you can just get in. What? No, that's so embarrassing. Ooh, do we get something nice?
Vabbè, tu bevi quello giallo, quindi...
Of course. Just hold on a second.
Disrupting public order at the show.
Shivers!
If you come across and
enjoyed that, didn't you?
Says the one who pulled that stunt.
And if I had...
No. But...
Well, I would...
All right, I won't...
Well, friends,
I'll have to take a rain... Oh, by the way...
I don't need to hear it. Thanks again.
My pleasure. Oh, and one last thing. That was really quite an amazing...
You don't say.
All right.
Traveler, Paimon, could you go wait for me at that place with the view? I'll let Navia know that we'll be a little late. There's some...
A place with the view?
Perfect. I'll be...
Time to go.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Oh, we didn't wait long at all. But what did you want to give us that you couldn't share right in front of everyone else?
Here, take this.
Oh, wow! A brooch! And in the style of Chioria Boutique, too! Wait, Paimon gets one as well?
I've only made 2 for now. After much consideration, I decided to give them to you two. You've been a great help. Even when things were looking bleak, you stayed by my side. There were even times when I felt like I had to fight back and win.
Well, we may have helped a little, but Paimon would say you deserve most of the credit. This result,
I know for certain. I've chased my dream for so long that I've come to understand. Apart from conviction and persistence, the thing that matters most is having friends. A single person can only do so much. Without all your help, Chioria Boutique could have easily fallen.
well, Paimon doesn't think it would have ever gotten to that point. Not if you had anything to say about it. But, about the stuff you said at the show.
Perhaps my words were a little pretentious, but they do reflect how I truly feel. I won't bow or scrape before any force in this world. I'm confident in the quality of my work. Create something beautiful, and there will always be...
Well, guess there's nothing to worry about then. Should we go back and join the...
Oh, yes, of course. But before that, you know, all the nights I've spent in fun...
Allora è aperta. Sono stanco. Vedi? Guarda. Che non fatto. Non sto cagando. Poi devo cagare anche altro. Non sto morendo, guarda che manchi da solo. Adesso c'è la bianca che non so. No, devo tomare questo giro. Non ci dire. Dopo me l'ha fatto tomare. Un CD, portami la scatola con esso. Non ti vedi? Non lo so, lo devo ascoltare per sapere. Non ascolto io perché sempre ho fatto la cosa per lei. No, beh, lascialo qui. No, ma che non per cazzo. È pure usato, mi sa, perché... Musica brasiliana. Ascolto io. In Brasile. Ma che c'è sto piccolo qua? Ma poi gioca i macchini. No, poi guarda. Non farà l'evento, poi sei. Come sono 6? Erano detto che erano 7. Detto che erano 7. Non era. Per non sapere quante ce ne sono. L'ho detto. 19. Per me. Sì. Vicino di intuizione. Per le donne. Un altro pacchetto dentro là non ce l'avevi. Un altro pacchetto là dentro non ce l'avevi. Dentro. C'è quelli macchini. No, questo è l'ultimo.
Time to go.
Ma io non lo voglio parlare. Appena, dai. No, apri la bocca. Andiamo ancora un po'. Ma uno. Perché ti piace. Rinette. Rinette. Ecco due culini.
Meow.
You made me jump there.
Oh, my heart rate did. Objectively, half an hour ago, I was, is that so? We took all the kids anyway. It just so happened. Yep. You know, in fact, the show's art does not come at the drinks reception. Being the center. The other thing is...
sorry. No, we just met. Well, yeah, that's right. Nope. Her stomach's been growling. Well, it's fine. Poof. A phaetometer. It looks pretty over. The way it works is, well, for example, I just have to
ma mi dai la scatola? No, poi cosa mi ha detto? No, ma avevo fatto una modifica. Ah, boh, se hai fatto una modifica. Lascia stare, non voglio saperlo. Lo compro nuovo. No.
Clearly, there's some design flaws to iron out. Let's see. 4. Well, if you want to get the right... So, to put it another way...
No, senti.
Thank you. Here, take the... Also...
Adesso dovrebbe venire qua in settimana, non questa, la settimana prossima, quello HSD di Novara, perché devi farti segnare, sai, quelle cose lì. Poi se vuoi guadagnare qualcosa in più, ti spiego qualche trucco. No, voglio sapere io le mie HSD le voglio prendere, voglio queste sorprese che poi devo pagare, no,
Deve essere maggiore di 5. Questa? Sì. No, non ha funzionato subito.
So, we're looking for bomb. There's 20 cards in total. I should also mention, to put in perspective...
c'ha culo quando gioca carte.
Come c'ho culo? È la mia bravura, no? Qui ci ho messo il piscio.
C'era quello di gatto.
Nasconda quello di gatto, cosa mi fa?
Time to go.
Every stupendous day starts...
Yep.
Why, of...
Well, we've registered... Also, well, if you've got some time... Alright.
Guardo la partita ieri sera. La partita guardavo me. Questi primo tempo, cioè i primi 10 minuti. Napoli perdeva 0, 2 minuti per 2 gol, ho detto boh, me la devo dormire, però stasera l'Inter me la devo vedere sperare 5, dico, ma poi mi viene sonno.
Come mai?
E so stanno, dico, ma oggi sai che quello mi sono fatto sale cemento, giro tutta la mano, tutta la strada, mica ne voglio fai un muro, fa poi cagate lì. Ma sapete che?
Vabbè, le 6.59.
Non già le 6.59.
No, devo andare avanti qualche tempo.
No, dobbiamo un colpo, poi venire alle 4:30 sono già le 7. Sono 5, guarda.
I'm sure it'll get
I believe this cat.
I already told.
Just. Oh, here.
This is my friend.
No, it's.
Se non riesco a trovare persone che giocano, non riesco ad andare avanti.
Ieri avevi 2 che ti guardavano.
That's.
Non riesco ad andare avanti, c'è un pezzo troppo difficile.
Adesso
ho trovato. Bene.
Adesso come ti compro il computer, poi il mese di aprile ti prendo il televisore e ti compro un gioco nuovo.
Well, this complicates things.
Listen, I'm the direct. She just. If she turns out to be one of our. We're.
The humane?
Yes. If it turns out.
It belongs to my friend.
Go on, Bonnie.
Oh, nope. Well, I suppose this means.
Wait a second.
Light?
A liar always has...
What are you talking?
Normally, if you're a bad guy... Intuition.
You're right. A couple of days ago, I just so happened to stumble upon the impact of this case had a new kind of we confiscate and criminals after the original synth debacle. We put several measures into place to prevent similar We only recently got word of the presence of imitation synth overseas. We managed to track the Marechaussee Phantom launched. He's a researcher at the Marechaussee Phantom. At first, it was only later, obviously, this discovery...
That's not possible.
Exactly. The family has engaged Pierre as one of those very survivors. He's been hiding away in the Fontaine Research Institute all these years. Well, there could be a chance. If I take I have to admit, well...
It's just... It wasn't... But before anything... Yep. after all these years. Don't worry, he's been acting, thinking about it now. It's very even after all you'll have to help me teach him a lesson. Yep. I want a little bit of both, perhaps. Okay.
Che rottura di coglioni. Sarà mica 12 miliardi, ma chi c'è quel cazzo? Voglio 18 miliardi. Sì, ce l'ho fatto. Cazzo non so, non è riuscito la vista. Quello è nuovo, il cappellino.
Non so cosa sia. Dai, Petunia, portami fortuna, un desiderio.
Voglio diventare ricco.
Devi trovarmi quella lì, questa gialla, questa va davanti.
Mi c'è sempre la X.
Sì, o X o T. 160.
Puoi schiacciare sempre X.
No, cerchi X. Cerchi X.
Puttana la culo lì, trova subito.
Sì, quella subito, l'ho trovato.
Bagaglia, tanto di bagaglio, trova anche la merda, la troia lì.
L'arco.
Che te li dico? Poi dopo dei lo dico.
No, vai su, no. No.
Mi si è
schiacciato con qualcosa che sbagliato.
Stavo parlando. Fanno te adesso.
Non viene la luce. Non viene adorato.
Sai che Putin non può bombardare? Sai che non può bombardare il mondo? Perché se no fa tappare anche lui.
Vabbè, ovvio.
Però già gli ucraini, già al confine ucraino c'è già la Francia, però si parla nel mondo.
Dai. No, ce l'ho già. Cerchio.
Mai una volta
X.
Dice mai. Quindi che se quello vuoi
non ne trovo mai. Piano che non ho trovato niente.
Arriva così, parla con quello lì.
Vabbè, grazie, quella di dare i soldi.
Ecco perché gli arriva una che stiamo combinando un po'.
La vedi fuori.
Vedi, mi si può dire. Il capo è ricoverato ancora. Ciao, come stai? No, per sapere. Ma guarda, mica non hanno lavorato di nuovo, ma se spade ma non mica 400
2 punti, abbiamo solo poco, 2-3 tiri.
Mi raccomando, ci sarà un po' di coglione,
No, a me non è uscito vero, è uscito te, io ho fatto tiro, sì. Niente. Come sempre. Aspetta, vediamo se abbiamo
160 arriva, 160.
Non bastano, andiamo 147. Se abbiamo... Possiamo prendere qualcosa qui.
Siamo degli 5 punti.
Niente, non posso prendere niente qua. Che sfiga.
Cioè, che guarda, adesso sono stato. Devo ascoltare sto CD di merda.
No, ascolto io.
Ma no, ascolto io. Ascolto mai.
And I know just the tune to accompany them.
Questo sabato mi affidano per i giorni. Poi Va bene? Devo prelevare 2 volte, 3 volte devo prelevare però. No, sì, poi il venerdì le prendo. Il sabato le prendo. Il sabato ancora.
Lynette! You can drop the act, brother. Care to introduce us?
Nice to see you. I should clarify. We've brought on Mr. Linney as a consultant in the past. He was instrumental in helping us crack a case involving... That's exactly... Whoever was behind it all was extremely cautious. They didn't leave a shred of evidence. I took a look at the entrance and exit records of all the carriages that night. Don't worry. I sought Mr. Linney's help with it. The way I look at it, it's a collect... Not at all. I was planning to invite you from the very beginning, Miss Lynette. It's just that my assistant here raised...
Linney, that little girl who did nothing...
I'm sorry.
Oh, and the next...
Who's this?
Well, if there are...
It appears the Lefebvre family. The family would use different emblems to mark differences in status, blood relation, and the like. In fact, the insignia that was...
It's highly likely...
We discovered something interesting.
Apparently, he claimed it was just... But it seems the Institute ran into some trouble along the way. Could have been a lack of personnel or a type. As for his family background, other than the pendant, based on the samples of those traces we didn't find any records indicating possible involvement in overseas transactions either.
Well, if his recluse...
After he disappeared.
Poisson. You know Hotel de Bois?
A cat?
Bonnie is...
Oh, that's right!
From what we've learned about Pierre's...
Exactly. Wait.
Yeah.
Well, I've...
Cats and humans are, of course...
The important thing is...
Dici? Può essere. Cosa? Con un cucchiaino perché... adesso ho capito. Questo mi offendi. Questo qua.
Quale?
Questo, prova adesso riesci a vedere il cucchiaino. Questo, quando diventa lui? Quando? Lo picchi in culo. Non è sicuro. Adesso, invece qui, posso qui. Mi sa che a posto le un po' l'uovo. Mi sa che a posto le dico io. Come dire un po' l'uovo. Importante. Qua lo sento.
Volevi anche il contenuto? Te lo mangi col cucchiaino? Te lo mangi col cucchiaino? Abbassiamo biondi
Non posso più sto becco. 50 messaggi mi arrivano sto cazzo di becco.
È giusto. Cosa? No, che
aspetta,
si sente. Si sente. Eh sì, si prende tutta la stanza il microfono. Anche di fuori si sa. Dai, tutti il cucchiaino. C'è un magnete.
Qui c'è un magnete. Questo è giorno ma la giocatura di
Allora, i pull le abbiamo fatte, come sempre sono andate male. Facciamo un long out velocemente, molto veloce. E questa
Seems like Bonnie is.
Time to go.
C'è solo la prima parte del long out, l'altra me la faccio derivato.
Gardamex ahead.
Look out!
Hold the line.
Wind strike.
There is no escape.
Allow me. Nice and spicy.
That hurts.
Illusion shattered.
Rest and rebuild.
Wind strike.
I'm the right man.
There is no escape.
Wow, Lynette, you've something. Aha! Looks like he's got more. These cleaning agents. The special patrol. It must have taken it. But what are these other?
The material these... It's the very same. Even the strings. I came across some bags made of this very similar. But what could these big...
When the Marechaussee Phantom certain... Only the lower...
Based on the various ingredients, it looks like he used a special...
So then he
No. I don't believe our suspect is the kind... The cleaning agent and the sealed bag...
The barrels we found...
Yes. With flotation rings around the body of the barrels, they'd stay upright in the...
You think he used floating barrel?
But then, wouldn't the barrels...
Traveler. The wreckage of a small boat? This isn't the place. This isn't the place. Got it. Time to go up and report.
Time to go.
As expected. With this anchoring, we also came across...
Let's talk this through.
It could be.
It seems like...
Well, if that's the case, they must not have a very close...
Let's not jump to the most important... Let's say for now that he was only...
Since we've determined...
We can certainly check the various Absolutely. Unfortunately, we were... You're right. They must have found a way to Exactly.
I'll run home and...
I should also head...
All right.
Hold the line.
Oh, Lynette.
Did something happen?
Oh. I'm in charge of guarding.
Looks like I've got another heart. No, not but think.
By suspicious.
Yep.
So what happens to the...
Oh, if the goods are only...
Sorry for the wait.
Oh.
Actually... Huh?
Why don't you have a look...
The Humane Society. Their name is...
the direct...
Bernard. Have you figured it out? When Bernard asked it... the sealed bags we found at the sea... There were gaps around the lids of those drug shovers found at the sea... Pierre.
The sealed bags combined...
During our inspection...
Exactly. Just imagine. If Pierre had already...
So...
if you've got something else...
In order to make sure the animals could... That step would have... We've already proven...
Okay.
Time to go.
Morsa degli animali.
Time to go.
The headquarters of the Humane...
Here.
After him! We can't let him get away! Give it up,
Mercy.
The Humane Society...
Look,
no one asked.
Well, it said that but then I would order, and a few days after, that guy, Pierre, look,
And when did he send his...
just last night.
It's been a few days since Pierre...
Sure sounds like you're...
No,
Well...
I know.
Bonnie helped.
Now behave.
That hurt.
Is everything... I still feel that... Also... no good. I've still got nothing, and I'm nearly out of energy. All right. Let's go to the before my energy...
Ok. È una vita che non ci vado. Non mi ricordo. Potremmo fare questo.
We investigated... Is there still any... Bernard claims to... There's no need to wrap. The Mars show safe... There's no need to rush. Well, we've just... Yeah.
Let's move out.
Now behave and follow me.
Oh, that hurt.
Is there...
Huh?
I see.
Hey.
Because he has been kept in the dark. That never quite added up for me. Both of these things are... He probably, unbeknownst to him, however.
What?
If you focus only on Bernard...
What?
Yep. Which, once they had instructed Pierre to... Of course, Pierre, all the third person would have to do...
Wait.
Is...
Chevra said that they suggested, but if the disappearance is...
Huh?
How did you take...
You deliberately getting the Marshals, and you couldn't predict what they... As someone accustomed to act, once the Phantom... It wouldn't be long until the Phantom... It was probably... Still, you... Like Bernard, you desperately wanted to confirm the contents of her stomach, so you hurried to find us. While investigating the suspects, Bonnie had manipulated the Traveler and I to help you identify Bernard as a key suspect. You used the left... Of course, you did far more... You even highlighted... Moreover, the...
What are you
I am insinuating that you had... And that's how neither the trafficker... Pierre having received the...
I can't believe...
So what do you think she's going to say?
Ever thought about it?
You know very well that way you can... But you still wanted to do that. The location would ideally allow... There are only so many... Especially since...
How upset...
Elodie Luffett as the captain of the Special Security...
That's right.
While at the harp, and if one were to...
That...
Yes, I'm...
Don't worry.
Although judging...
The Lefebvre's...
Judging from the time...
Not only that, you brutally and...
So...
They were worthless. I lost all my... I had to you...
I don't. And neither do I care. Elodie.
That's enough.
What a joke. What a joke! Hey! Don't...
What's that?
Know what this is? Whether they're... Shirley, you... That's enough!
Not good. She's trying to escape. We need to end this fight as soon as possible.
Hold the line!
Wind Strider.
Busted so quickly.
Phew. This is it.
Guess that's probably why she's...
Well, given that...
Thank you for your help.
If I still need to go back... So you... Once I'm done talking...
Time to go. Follow the wind.
Want some? Not at all. Plus, if you just think about it, great answer. Had we not run into that case, you're right. Something about... Elodie tried. Not everyone who likes cats. Humans tend to... She took a liking to...
Fresh fruit, sweeter than syrup.
Dobbiamo fare le altre scelte.
Huh. I didn't like that. Clearly, there's some design flaws to iron out. Let's see. 4. Well, the cards fell on the ground though, so I don't think... If you want to get the right answer, you have to let fate decide. Also something Linny said. So, to put it another way... Well, thank you. Here, take the fate. Also, if you have your own thoughts about... Back... Nope, I said it was your decision. Besides, the drinks were so... I might get sued for one other thing. Do you...
Time to go.
There you are, Lynette.
I found her outside. Fair.
So sorry we couldn't.
Don't worry.
Maybe you could.
Sure.
It's no trouble.
Also,
Leon, one last thing, Lynette.
Spectacular.
Yes, such a...
Speaking of the cat...
That's... On that point,
Quite simple.
Exactly. I was honored to share this...
Oh, Lynette's back!
Hey, Lynette!
Were you in standby?
Oh, man. Those seemingly stilted movements were in fact an...
A cat! This show looks on track...
No.
Oh,
But don't you want the fit?
Nuts.
I'm sure the fans would...
How interesting.
Oh!
Huh?
Wow!
Yeah, it's just... But at a teapot...
Lynette? It's just the mem... 3, 2, 1, smile.
You can collect your...
Marry you!
I thought the group...
Sta roba delle carte, già era una palla... Era una palla assurda... Un pezzo, oppure le carte. Allora, queste robe ce le ho un po' tutte. Andiamo a sentire. Raga, io l'hangout lo schifo. Cioè, giusto per fare...
Hotel divorce, ill food traveler? Naturally, people
Ah,
want
perché magari devono
remark your
fare
performance.
ancora la parte nuova.
No.
Oh, basically...
So, you...
then again, or maybe...
What?
Oh? I don't know. The protagonist just seemed more complex,
Meno
I
male.
guess.
Speriamo che
Especially in the
rimangano.
last 2 scenes.
Emotional
Speriamo che rimangano queste tre
especially with
persone.
No thanks.
Che non si perdano. Ma lo stanno iniziando da capo, sono già avanti, magari è nuovo, l'hanno preso.
Time to go.
Portano
un po' più avanti. Speriamo, almeno c'è come un po'
photo
più
must be, and if it wasn't for you... It's fine. While I was on stage, I got a vague... Normally, I'm used... Or someone just... Okay.
Non male.
You have this... I don't think we're gonna find any... Yes, let's...
Ma adesso sono in live, dopo darò un'occhiata quando finisco, perché adesso la chat mi serve la live, la vedo su schermo. Però vabbè, posso dare un'occhiata.
Do you have a moment, Director Mario?
If it isn't the star of the show! We were just talking about you. I'm guessing you're here to discuss the show with the director? Oh, you're a talented and hard-working actress, Lynette. It's no wonder you're getting such rave reviews. I'll leave you artists to discuss your work in peace. Mario, make sure you give your star performer and her friend your full attention.
I certainly will. Lynette carries the fortunes of our entire troupe on her shoulders.
Sì, vero.
Mr. Maloney.
Let's go, Dreamer.
So,
we heard that the
it's not a mechanical
Però gli
puppet,
spettatori
no
sono
doubt
sempre pochi,
You shouldn't give the
Problema
current
sono anche gli
script is the
spettatori,
photo
se non hai spettatori la gente non lo
Destroyed?
scrive.
Well...
No. Absolutely
non
not.
mi interessa, però ci sono quelli che vogliono fare i soldoni.
A competitor?
Definitely.
Penso che questa qua la prima sia da PC.
So, but besides, I'm actually more concerned about Mary, especially sounds like there was an original. Yep.
Questa non parla. Non posso seguirla perché devo guardare la chat. La mia chat. Questa non parla, va bene. Vabbè, devo guardare la mia chat, non posso guardare questo. Spero che parli. Ma sento silenzioso. Adesso qua quando riesco a finire mi manca poco. Andiamo a vedere.
Time to go. Time to go.
Lynette?
I've been to those loaves.
Things are different.
Bootlicking morons. I don't know.
Gina, stop. No, but if you don't leave
Jillian!
Gina.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. If you let angsty...
Well,
we heard about it from
Maloney. I'm sorry. I never mentioned... What's this?
Non sto riempiendo di lettere. Che non sto neanche seguendo la storia perché sto
Don't be
facendo
scared.
l'hangout.
Okay. It's true. I worked with Direct a few months ago. He was...
There's...
Lynette?
And that's why we... Jillian, next time.
I was incredibly... Without Lynette, and if the show was a flop then... Whatever disappointment we did make some changes. Jaik, when it makes sense.
I guess I'm finally on the right.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Jillian brought me up to speed on this. That's always the way. There should be a cleaner.
No problem.
Devo fare. Mettiamo la ricerca, nella casa. fatto questo. Sapevo che mi dava un numero più basso. Proviamo questo. Ok, l'ultima. Ok. Vabbè, l'importante è fare.
The protagonist return. Yep.
Che noia, sti hangout, veramente.
Jillian.
What? Are you?
But not such a.
That's different.
But if you played,
it'll never work. The set for Act 4, changing actors. Plus, look, if Lynette quit the show and if Lynette left.
Stop the whole show.
Perché sennò sapevo che c'era. Menti,
You do? That's a bold.
You know, it's a little.
No way.
Jillian, in other words, be honest. You think they'd be.
Jillian, you were, and I think you know. So take it from me. You
guys. Okay.
Yes.
Wait. As long as we spud. Who knows?
A fan?
Maybe there's someone out there who. It's getting late. Come on.
Andiamo. Beh, è bene che ci sono altre persone che ci giocano su quel gioco. Però giocano poco. Ogni tanto.
Sorry for manhandling. Nothing
get. Ecco quando escono le cose nuove. Non si fanno mai vedere a nessuno.
I guess she idolized to make matters worse. Yeah. Not like I said, if it was my younger brother, I was in Jillian's, so I can understand you. No, whoever was giving, we'll find out on that note.
Dalle 16 alle 18. Ah, 2 giorni, l'ho visto. La fontana non è ancora attiva. Non si può andare avanti.
You're here.
Dio, dobbiamo vederci tutto l'atto.
That puppet in the middle.
It's starting.
Ti prego, no. Palle sta roba.
Wow. I thought it would be.
Even though her face.
Director Mary really is...
I have a friend who...
I can't believe it's only been...
Your pension...
My...
Are you guys...
We're already halfway. What is this plan? Direct Quarantine. Was that really Lynette playing the...
Ta-da!
Director Mariu?
I switched costumes.
Lynette!
You know my acting is... If they'd seen me and if you force me to play the lead in the second... These are just some of the questions. There's only one way.
Absolutely. If I keep Jillian, what will your fans... They'd be ticket. You can't just take...
Director Mariu...
Actually, Jillian, but my response...
And I guess...
Lenny?
That might be...
What's this?
Draft, Mr. Mariu.
If you do...
What? Of course. Look at us. You don't give up.
That's not true.
Oh.
Really? Almost as if.
What?
A couple days ago. Surprise.
And I would have...
You didn't send...
Director Mariu.
To get Maloney on your side.
I bet you were...
Or, do you choose...
Oh!
You mentioned... Or maybe... Deep...
Right now, your work would be...
Or...
Oh?
Director Mariu.
We've worked with... We watched... But... Yes. But then what happened? Surely you must have... Maloney's friends...
Look.
Well...
Next time, huh?
Unfortunate.
I won't turn my back on my dreams any longer.
Me neither.
Oh no.
Hi.
Huh. The plot here...
The protagonist...
And in the end, she...
Hey, no
Oh, God.
No need to be so... But, in truth...
You really thought was worrying me now. It's... What if people leave? It feels like I've been...
We're right here...
Wow.
Okay.
I love... You always leave me when he's gone.
Jillian, you... well...
Really?
What looked like an actor and...
Hey, Mary!
Our articles...
Hey, now...
Hold on. The decision was
Marry you!
Director Mariu, Mr. Maloney, what on earth is going on? Why was Lynette not in the lead role? It took a lot of
Wait, Lenny, in this play, we took that idea. It's similar to the Lausa odd.
Hold up.
Oh,
That's probably...
maybe so.
You must have worked it out by the...
Cancel the show.
A very valid criticism. Plus, it looks like Jillian...
Maloney,
Oh, well, anyway. And I'm sure today's audience... Oh, of course...
I always told my... Just like them. You're right. Anyway, I've been looking...
Ah, yes.
I'm sorry.
Lynette. That letter?
What?
Gina?
Director, it's time for...
I think we...
Lynette,
Jillian, no!
Well, maybe we could...
Really?
After all. In any case.
But still...
Huh? The crew could always...
Thank you, Lynette.
Non è ancora finito.
As Mariu said... I'm happiest when I get to... Yep.
Oh, meno male. Allora... 2 finali. Metterò questo sotto e poi... Ah, c'è un altro finale di qua. Allora continuiamo questo. No.
Let's move out. Let's move out. Let's move out.
Thank you both so much. I always told myself that... Just like those critics with their... You're right. Anyway, enough about my problems. I've been looking into it a lot over the...
Ah, yes, about...
Lynette, do you...
Wait.
I'm sorry. Lynette...
Yeah, me neither.
Wait.
Oh, do you mean... As I recall, you were...
Oh, well...
I understand that feeling, but next time, maybe consider a different tactic?
Got it.
Why do I feel like I'm...
Hey, here you are. Great! Everyone's in one place. What do you think? It's group photo time. Okay, everyone.
Oh...
Lynette, Traveler, come up. 3, 2, 1, smile!
Facciamo l'ultimo.
Let's move out. Let's move out.
Huh. I didn't like that. So, we're like...
Sa che era l'altro. L'altro.
Huh. I didn't like that. Huh? What you're saying, is that really okay? You make a good point. Okay, well, so, stick around here and... Oh, good idea. Bonnie's definitely hungry. May as well. All right.
Ok, missioni. Velocissima questa. oggi, quindi abbiamo finito, no? No, cooperativa. Voglio vedere una prima desiderio. Vediamo qua. Secondo me c'è rinunciato a trovare i personaggi nuovi. Non riescono mai.
To survive hardship, you must prepare for hardship.
Qua mi mancano pochi pezzi per andare avanti. Devo fare altri giochi. Buona serata a tutti, ciao gente, grazie per avermi seguito, ciao ciao.